Douglas Mitchell, 22237A. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Attorney Corey Westmoreland, appearing on behalf of Mr. Mitchell.
All right, and Mr. Mitchell, your name for the record, please.
Nicholas James Mitchell.
All right, Mr. Mitchell is on probation for operating while visibly impaired by alcohol. You were sentenced on April 2nd of 2024, and it's alleged now that you have technical violations 1 through 8. You failed to appear for probation twice, failed to appear for drug testing 4 times, tested positive for marijuana on April 3rd, failed to pay. All right, and counsel?
Yes, Judge, after speaking with Mr. Mitchell, we are prepared to waive any sort of contested hearing and enter a guilty plea on his behalf.
Please raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear from the testimony you're about to give this man to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And sir, you heard the allegations that this court just stated, correct?
Yes.
As to those allegations, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And you've gone over your advice or rights for probation violation purposes with your attorney, correct?
Yeah.
Is that yes?
Yes.
All right. And you also understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea?
Yes.
All right. Specifically, that there's a recommendation for probation to be revoked. Case closed without improvement. Probation violation fee of $50 and 60 days jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And knowing all that, you want to continue with your plea?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to waive your right to have a formal hearing and enter into this plea?
No.
Okay. And counsel, if you can please pardon your client.
Sir, Mr. Mitchell, is it true that you were placed on probation out of the Wyandotte District Court?
Yes.
Did you fail to report to probation on May 8th and May 20th of this year? Yes or no?
Yes.
Did you test positive for marijuana on April 3rd of this year?
Mr. Mitchell? Mr. Mitchell, you should probably go back into wherever you were, because it's hard to, your connection is not great. Okay,
Bro.
sir, your connection is not great. So can you go back into your apartment or your home or wherever it was that you were just at? Mitchell.
Why is
Mr. Mitchell, can you hear the court?
Why?
Mr. Mitchell, can you hear the court?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, so Mr. Westmoreland, if you can please ask your last question one more time, please.
Did you test positive for marijuana on April 3rd of this year?
Yeah.
Did you fail to pay costs and fines as ordered?
Yes.
And did you fail to test as ordered on April 11th, April 22nd, May 7th, and May 20th of this year?
Yes.
And you understand that those are all violations of your probation, correct?
Yes.
Satisfied, Judge.
All right. The court is also satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to the probation violations. Indicate technical violations 1 through 8. And counsel asks the recommendation.
Yes, Judge, I would simply just ask for leniency on behalf of Mr. Mitchell. He's extremely apologetic. He just doesn't have the money. He did break his phone last month, so he was unable to get in touch with probation. He's working hard. He's just trying to stay afloat at this time. So any leniency would be appreciated on his behalf.
Okay, Mr. Mitchell,
Shh.
Mr. Mitchell, your phone broke?
Yes. Yes.
All right, how long was your phone broken, sir?
Say it again. Yes. It was broken when you first put me on probation, but the last time I dropped it, the screen just literally didn't work. So I asked my mom if she could pay for it because I needed it, and I seen all the missed calls and stuff that you guys were probation was trying to get in contact with me, but I couldn't get in contact with them back.
Okay, well, sir, you do know that there are other means of communication other than the phone, right? You can come in person, you could,
Yeah,
what's that?
I was gonna drive up there, but I didn't have a ride. I said I was gonna
In
go
2
up there,
months?
but I never could find a ride.
In 2 months, you couldn't find a ride, sir?
No, my mom has been really busy, and I don't really have anybody that can take me out here. All my family's in Detroit.
Were you just sitting in a car?
No, this is my room.
No, a moment
Yeah,
ago, when
I
you were
was sitting in
having,
my car, but I can't move it.
why can't you move it?
I didn't catch that.
Why can't you move the car, sir?
Because I can't drive it. Like I'm suspended.
Okay, well, I'm glad to see you didn't drive while you
I
were
can
in
get my license
court.
reinstated right now, but I don't have the $125 either.
So, sir, how do you get back and
Say
forth
what?
to work?
My
How
mom.
do you- Your mom gets you back and forth to
We
work?
work at the same place.
Okay, well, that is convenient.
Yeah, we work at the same place.
So here's a problem, sir. You're on probation for operating while visibly impaired by alcohol. You were arraigned by this court on March 13th, where this court ordered you not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. And then you were sentenced on April 2nd, and then you clearly violated bond conditions because you tested positive for marijuana on April 3rd. You didn't appear for drug testing 4 times, and you didn't appear for probation twice. So you're
Pretty
not
sure
starting off very hot on your probation, sir.
I've been smoking since I've been in the 9th grade, so I know it's not out my system. And that's been nonstop. But on the probation, like I said, nobody couldn't get in contact with me to let me know that I was supposed to be there. But I knew about I'm pretty sure I was supposed to be here on a Zoom meeting or something, but I could not figure out how to get this phone to work.
Well, you couldn't borrow your mom's phone for the Zoom appointment, sir?
No, this is this is my backup phone. It's like just a phone I use on Wi-Fi.
Oh, you have a backup phone?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not
yeah.
on. It only works on Wi-Fi.
Okay, well, here's what we're going to do, because I just think there's too many connection issues right now. So we're going to adjourn this to be in person. Next week at the 11th. You're here in person next week, Mr. Westmoreland?
I believe so.
Okay, so we're going to schedule the sentencing. Sir, if you were to test today, what's in your
Still
system?
marijuana.
When's the last time you used it, sir?
Probably still marijuana.
Okay,
I can't even.
sir.
A month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. Whenever you put me on probation, that was my last day smoking.
Okay, well, that wouldn't still be in your system after 2 months, sir, but You're gonna go test today. So we'll see what's in your system. So you need to call into your probation officer
Okay.
and get that information, sir.
What'd you say?
I said you are testing today. You need to call into your probation officer to get the
Come on, man.
information to do that. Did you hear that, sir?
All right.
What?
I don't even. Yeah, I heard it, but I don't have money. I really don't have money. I don't even have $20.
You have 20 bucks?
Rent was just due. I don't have $20.
Okay, good. You can test right here at the court.
Dude. No, I said I don't have 20.
That's fine. You're going to test here at the court. You don't have to pay for that test. You're going to test at the court.
All right, I'll figure out something. Yeah, I know, but now there's a problem with the ride. What time do I have to be there?
You need to communicate that with probation and they will coordinate that with you, sir.
All right.
All right, thank you. We'll see you back next Tuesday at 10:15 a.m. Thank you. All right, let's go off the record. There he is. Mr. Mitchell, your name for the record, please.
Oh, Nicholas James Mitchell.
Okay. And so today is the date scheduled for sentencing on Mr. Mitchell's probation violation. And in fact, Mr. Mitchell, you were supposed to have been in person. I have a note on the file that says in person. So why are you not in person, sir?
I was told by my attorney that it was on Zoom.
My paperwork, Judge, does say via Zoom on the date and time. I don't know about a Post-it note on a folder.
I don't have a Post-it note. I wrote it in the ROA. I don't know what paperwork you're referring to.
The request and summons for probation violation says via Zoom with the Zoom address.
What date was that one?
June 4th. That's all I have.
Right, that was the last one. And then when on the record, I stated in person to Mr. Mitchell, because his connection issues were too much.
Okay.
So Mr. Mitchell, you don't recall this court telling you in person?
I might have heard it, but he told me it was on Zoom.
Yes,
so
Judge, I spoke with Mr. Mitchell yesterday, and that's my mistake. I wasn't aware of that.
Okay, sir, this court, so today's the date scheduled for sentencing on your probation violation. You pled guilty on on June 4th, and that was technical violations 1 through 8. You were sentenced April 2nd, and you failed to attend probation twice. You failed to attend drug testing 4 times. You tested positive for marijuana April 3rd, and you failed to pay. And so the court also ordered you, sir, to test on June 4th. You were to call into probation to get the information. And so I, in fact, ordered you to test at the court because you stated you didn't have any money. So I gave you the benefit of the doubt and ordered you to test at the court. Thank you. And did you do so, sir?
No.
Why not?
Don't have a right.
Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not someone you're hanging out with, sir. This is the court. You may be on Zoom, but it's still court. You don't have anybody you can call to bring you to the court.
No. Everybody I know is either sleeping or at work.
Sleeping or at work, okay. Did you communicate with the court? After this court ordered you to contact probation, did you communicate with anybody to tell them that?
Yeah, called me. She called me and asked me about it. I told her that I wouldn't be able to get there that week because everybody was busy.
Well, how do you get back and forth to work, sir?
Like I said, me and my mom work at the same job, so it's not hard.
And so your mom couldn't drive you to the court at any point in the last week?
But when she gets off, the court's closed. She gets off at 4. I got to be in the work at 7.
And sir, you work every day of the week?
Last week I did, yeah. Well, not every day, but I worked during the week last week. I worked Monday through Friday. This week I worked Monday through Thursday.
Well, sir, you happened to be you walked in on your warrant January 26th this year. You entered into a plea. I'm sorry?
I couldn't hear you.
That is why you were supposed to be in person, sir, because you were having connection issues. And here we are again with issues regarding technology.
No, I heard you. I just couldn't hear what you said. All I heard was January 15th.
I said, you walked in on a warrant January 26th of 24.
Mm-hmm.
You pled guilty and then we scheduled this matter for sentencing on April 2nd. You were sentenced on April 2nd. And since then, you quickly racked up 8 technical violations. We had your probation violation hearing last week where you pled guilty and we set the sentencing for this morning at 10:15 a.m. You were ordered to test on June 4th. You stated that you did not have the money to test, so this court ordered you to test at the court. You didn't make any attempts to comply with that court's order other than to tell the court, tell probation you weren't making it because you had to work.
That was the reason. I could have made it way before work. I just don't have a ride down.
Sir, I can appreciate that you have to work. I truly can. But this court placed you on probation and gave you certain conditions to follow, and you haven't followed them. This court ordered you to test on June 4th. You didn't do that. If you're to test right now, sir, what's in your system?
Weed.
When's the last time you used it, sir?
I don't know. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, like
Black.
a 1 day minute or a 7 day minute?
Oh, it's been what? You said April 2nd? It's been a minute. You told me not to smoke as soon as you personal bond.
Well, you tested positive for marijuana on April 3rd. That's one of your violations, sir.
Yeah, I told you that. I told you I was going to show up for marijuana. I smoked what? The week prior to that.
Okay. But you also haven't made a payment, you haven't appeared at probation, and you didn't appear for your drug testing 4 times. Those are the allegations, sir. So the court ordered you to test on June 4th. You haven't tested, so we can't determine your levels. So now you're telling me that you're going to test positive for marijuana 3 months after you were arraigned. Well, 5 months after you were arraigned. No, 3 months after you were arraigned. It wouldn't still be in your system, sir, if you haven't used it since this court arraigned you on March 26th.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I've been smoking for a long time without no breaks.
Okay, well, of course, we won't know because you're not complying with this court's order to test. You are to test today. You can walk there. It's a nice day outside.
I'm not walking nowhere. Those days are over.
Sir, you have two
What?
options. You can walk to test. You can walk to test, or you can walk into court here and turn yourself into jail. Those are your options.
I'm driving there. I don't care anymore. It's whatever.
First of all, sir, I'm not broke. Second of all, sir, you don't have a valid license to drive.
I'm not walking. I'm not walking. I got car keys. I'll drive there.
Sir, I would suggest you don't drive there. You don't have a valid license. So you don't want to get arrested again, I'm pretty sure.
Well, my mom's gonna go to work, bro. Like I'm not walking.
Sir, I am not your bro. I'm not bro. Counsel? For your client, the recommendation is 60 days jail and revoke probation.
Judge, as you know, he is gainfully employed full-time. I'd be in fear that he would lose his job. I think he needs to get on track with probation and start doing the things that are requested and required of him.
Right, that's what he should do, but he doesn't seem as though he has any intention of doing any of the probation conditions. He doesn't even report, doesn't even follow this court's orders to go test. Mr. Mitchell?
Yes. Yes.
Why should this court not revoke your probation and not send you to jail?
Because I have a job. I have a 5-month-old puppy that I'm sitting here taking care of. Mainly my job and the dog.
Oh, okay. Well, sir, while the court can respect and understand that, this court has orders that you haven't complied with. You've had a very rocky start to probation. This court ordered you to test on June 4th and you didn't do that. You could have taken an Uber to test, sir.
An Uber, that costs money. My bank account is negative 630 in the hole. I'm trying to make rent every month. I had to go negative this month. I don't have the money. I had to go negative last month. I don't have the money. And then I'm also paying on 33rd district and 24th district. So I'm on all these payment plans. You gotta pay all this money. Like, I'm just trying to get my license back, and it's just a struggle at this point. Like, I don't even want it at this point.
Sir, I can appreciate that, but when there's violation of the law, this is what happens. And you have violations in multiple courts, and this is what happens. You are to go test today. So you need to email in to Ms. Shaw and you're going to test today, sir. 0 excuses. 0. If you don't test today, you can guarantee this court's going to revoke probation and sentence you to 60 days jail as the recommendation has been put forth. You're to test today. And the option of testing at the court, that's off the table. You have to test today at the facility. So I'm going to adjourn the sentencing. To June 18th at 8:30 a.m. You are to be in person. In person. Are you here next week, Mr. Westmoreland?
The 18th, yes.
Okay.
What day is that? Cause I gotta make sure my mom's off, bro.
I don't know what part of I'm not bro do you not get, sir? That is not how you speak to a court. It's a Tuesday.
Can't do Tuesday. Gotta be Thursday or Friday.
You can't do Tuesday, it's gotta be Thursday or Friday. Sir, how about you request this court if you could have another day, instead of telling this court what it has to be? Mr. Westmoreland, are you here on the 20th?
I am not, Judge. I'm not sure who is, but I'm sure whoever is, I can fill them in.
Mr. Mitchell, we'll do June 20th at 8:30 a.m.
Gotta work.
Good, I'm glad it will work, and you're welcome for that accommodation.
Thank you, Judge.
You're to test today. So you need to email in to Ms. Shaw so she can give you the information.
All right.
No driving, sir. See you back next Thursday.